Right now, county supervisors are not wasting any time in putting into place a spending proposal of $8 million to take care of the homeless problem.
Eyewitness News reporter Savannah Welch explains what this will look like and how they plan to enforce the new ordinance. Savannah.
Dave Rochelle, officials say this could be approved as early as November 9th. I talked to the county to see exactly what this multi-million-dollar plan would look like.
The goal isn't to lock people up. The goal is really to facilitate change and disruption in the behavior, and hopefully connect to those people that are suffering in homelessness and with a variety of other issues, connect them to services that can help them.
At Tuesday's meeting, the county's Board of Supervisors discussed the county's new homeless plan. Chief Operations Officer James Zervis says it gives people on the streets resources to move toward permanent housing.
What it does allow us to do is disrupt the activity. So it gives us a tool to be able to go in and remove encampments, move people along that may be camping in a public space.
The plan will invest $8.3 million into addressing homelessness, substance abuse, and mental health. The funding comes from the American Rescue Plan and additional sources like the City of Bakersfield and behavioral health. Zervis says the goal is to avoid criminalizing homelessness.
Although it's an ordinance and it's legally enforceable, the penalty is really an administrative citation. So it's not, it's not a jail time type of offense. But what it does allow us to do is disrupt the activity.
The county will put more funding into response teams made up of behavioral health workers and law enforcement. The county also has a tiny homes project in the works, small structures that will shelter people until they transition to permanent housing. These houses give those who don't want to move into a shelter a place to go.
We know that, we're going to figure out what's working and what doesn't, and we're going to have to make adjustments, bring other resources in and kind of adjust once we see what's effective and what's working out there and where the needs lie.
Zervis says preparations are ramping up. The ordinance will come back to the board on November 9th for a public hearing and potential adoption. It has 30 days before it's enforced, but the tiny home project will take more time. And Zervis says right now the focus is getting people hired and trained to fill some of these roles. At 6, I'll have more on what Kern County will look like if this ordinance is passed. Live in studio, Savannah Welch, Eyewitness News.
Is there a story you think we should investigate? Call our Eyewitness News tip line at 869-2929.